I'm Kate Chaplensky for the HAN Network Main Street Merchant Tour in New Canaan for the annual Village Fair and Sidewalk Sales. And I'm joined by a special guest right now, Scott Gress of the Waveny Park Conservancy, which, Scott, is a relatively new organization. Tell us about it.
The Waveny Park Conservancy started about a year ago with the goal to make sure that Waveny Park, which is really the jewel of New Canaan, thrives in perpetuity. And the town of New Canaan has done an amazing job with the park, everything north of the driveway. So we've put in the high school, and we've put in the dog park and the paddle hut and the fields and the swimming pool. But we've sort of ignored everything south of the house. So the fields have gone to invasive plantings and things. And so what we're going to do is we're going to try to restore that. We have 5 projects that we're going to try to do. The formal gardens, we're going to repair them. The walls are crumbling. We're going to get those back into shape. There's a pond at the bottom of the sledding hill, and we're going to dredge that so it's healthy again. It's filling in with silt, and as it fills in, eventually it'll become wetlands, and we won't be able to touch it. So there's a bit of an urgency to that. We're going to build a trail up from South Avenue up all the way to the house. And then the cornfields, which have been the dumping grounds of the silt from the ponds dredgings, both from Mead and Mill, we're going to level those. We're going to plant beautiful fields. We're going to have meandering paths, benches, things like that. We're going to do a forestry study on the trees that we have to make sure that we keep the really important trees, and then work on thinning the ones that are not as important.
So now, would you say this really is a labor of love for all the people that have gotten involved in this?
There's no question, and we have a board that was put together of some of the really great minds in New Canaan that understand forestry, that understand plantings and gardens and things like that. Landscape architect Keith Simpson's working with us. Bob Salert is our chairman, and he's really been the one responsible for putting the group together and pushing it. It's a wonderful project.
Now, would you say the outdoor spaces are one of the things that makes New Canaan really special and unique?
Oh, there's no question, and Waveny Park specifically. I mean, imagine what New Canaan would be like if we didn't have the high school there, and we didn't have the fireworks there, and we didn't have the fields for the soccer for the kids, and the concerts Wednesday nights and things like that. New Canaan, without the 300 acres of Waveny, would be a very different place.
And so how can people get involved and help you guys and be part of this?
Well, we're going to do a fundraiser October the 15th, and we're going to have a bit of a sort of a tailgate without cars party in the back of the park, and all of these ideas are just underway now, but we're going to set up tables, and we'll have a band on the patio, and we'll do a fundraiser. WavenyParkConservancy.org is our website, and just give as generously as possible. The initial raise is about $2.5 million for the 5 projects we talked about, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Scott, thank you so much for joining us and for all the good work you guys are doing. We really appreciate it.
Well, thanks for having me.
All right, you've been watching the HAN Network Main Street Merchant Tour.